My fiancée announced, "I want a polyamorous family, open marriage, multiple partners, the works." After 3 years together, I responded, "That's a big change." Then I told her I'm monogamous and that's not negotiable. When she gave me an ultimatum, polyamory or we're done, and I chose done, she panicked, realizing she just ended an engagement over a fantasy she'd seen on TikTok. I, 32 male, was looking at apartments online when my fiancée Rachel, 29, walked into the living room with that look. You know the one. The "I've been thinking" look that's never followed by good news. We'd been together 3 years, engaged for 6 months. Wedding was planned, deposits paid, invites ordered. Everything was moving forward exactly as planned. "We need to have a serious conversation about our relationship structure," she said. I looked up from my laptop. "Okay? What's going on?" She sat down, not next to me on the couch, across from me in the chair. Already bad. I've been doing a lot of self-discovery work lately, reading, learning, watching educational content, and I need to tell you something important about who I am. My stomach dropped. Those words never end well. I'm polyamorous. Dead silence. I could hear our upstairs neighbor walking around. "You want to open the relationship?" I asked. "It's not just opening it. I want us to practice ethical polyamory, multiple committed relationships that coexist. It's actually a really healthy and evolved way to love when you understand it properly." I put my laptop aside. This is coming out of nowhere for me. Where's this from? She immediately got defensive. It's not coming from anywhere. This is who I've always been. I just didn't have the framework to understand it before. "Rachel, we've been together 3 years, talking marriage. You've never once mentioned anything like this. Because society programs us to suppress these parts of ourselves. Monogamy is literally a patriarchal construct created to control women and limit human connection. I've been learning so much about kitchen table polyamory and relationship anarchy and—" "Hold on," I interrupted. "This is a massive change, like fundamentally changing what our entire relationship is." "It's not changing anything. It's expanding it. We'd still be together, still love each other. There'd just be more love. No one person can meet all your needs anyway." I felt this weird calm settle over me. That moment when your brain clicks into crisis mode. "You're right that one person can't meet every need," I said slowly. "That's what friends are for. Family, community. But romantically, sexually, I'm monogamous. That's not something I'm willing to change." Her whole expression shifted. "You won't even consider it? That's pretty closed-minded." "It's not closed-minded to know what I want in a relationship. I'm not monogamous by default. It's what I actively choose." "But how do you know if you've never tried polyamory? You might love it. How do you know you're poly if you've never actually practiced it? We've been monogamous for 3 years." She stood up, started pacing. "This is exactly the resistance I was worried about. You're trying to control how I love people. Saying I need monogamy isn't controlling you. It's stating what I need to be in this relationship. You can love however you want, but I get to decide what kind of relationship I'm in." "So you're just shutting this down? Won't even think about it?" "Think about what?" "You're asking me to fundamentally change my relationship values. That's not a small request." She grabbed her phone, pulled something up. "Look, I follow these polyamory educators on TikTok and Instagram. They talk about how, if your partner refuses to even consider ethical non-monogamy, that's a red flag. It means they don't actually care about your happiness or growth." I stood up too. "Or it means we're incompatible in a really fundamental way." "We're not incompatible, we're perfect together. You just need to evolve past outdated relationship structures." "I don't think monogamy is outdated. It works for millions of people. It works for me." She went quiet. Then, "I can't be monogamous anymore. I need this to be happy." Okay, that's all you have to say? What do you want me to say? You're telling me you need something I can't give you. That sucks for both of us, but it is what it is. So you're choosing monogamy over me? Over 3 years together? That one stung. You're choosing polyamory over me. It's the same thing, Rachel. No, it's not the same. I'm asking you to grow with me. You're just being rigid and refusing to change. Asking someone to change their core relationship needs isn't growth. It's incompatibility. Her voice got louder. If you actually loved me, you'd at least try. If you actually loved me, you wouldn't ask me to. We just stared at each other. The relationship was ending in real time and we both knew it. Finally, she said, "Then I guess we're done. I'm not going to suppress who I am for anyone. I'm not asking you to suppress anything. I'm just saying I can't be in that kind of relationship." "Fine, then it's over." She went to the bedroom. I sat back down, completely numb. 20 minutes ago I was looking at apartments for our future. Now my engagement was over. She came back out with an overnight bag. Lighter now, like she'd already processed it. "I'll stay at Whitney's tonight. We can figure out the apartment and stuff later." "Sure. Obviously the wedding's canceled. I'll call my parents tomorrow." "Okay." She grabbed her keys, stopped at the door. "You know, this really shows who you are. I thought you were different, more evolved." I didn't say anything. She left. I sat there for probably 2 hours just staring at nothing. Then I called my best friend Connor. "What's up, man? Rachel just broke up with me." "What? Dude, what happened?" I gave him the whole story. He was quiet for a bit. "Wait, she got into polyamory from TikTok and ended your engagement over it?" "Basically, yeah." "That's insane. How are you holding up?" "Honestly, I have no idea yet." The next day, my phone started buzzing. "Rachel. Hey, can we talk? I think we both got too emotional last night." I didn't respond right away. Needed time to think. "Sure. What's up? I don't think we need to break up. We just need better communication." "About what? You want polyamory? I want monogamy. That's not a communication issue. But maybe we can compromise? Like we could start slow? You'd know about my other partners, but maybe not meet them right away?" I read that text 3 times. That's not a compromise. That's just you being poly while I'm monogamous and supposed to be okay with it. You're being really unreasonable right now. How is knowing what I want unreasonable? My therapist literally said you're showing controlling behaviors by refusing to explore my needs. Your therapist said that? Or you told her a version of events and that's what you heard? Same thing. It's really not. She called. I let it ring. She called again. I picked up the 3rd time. "Why are you avoiding me?" "I'm not avoiding you. I'm processing the fact that you ended our relationship last night. That's why we need to talk. I've been thinking too, and I keep coming back to the same thing. We want fundamentally different relationships. That's not something we can compromise on." "Yes, we can. If you just opened your mind even a little." My mind is open to monogamy, with someone who actually wants that too. Oh my God, you're so brainwashed by Disney movies and romance novels, and you're brainwashed by TikTok content creators apparently. That's not fair. Neither is asking me to change everything about how I do relationships because you spent a few weeks on social media. It wasn't just social media. I've been reading books, following actual researchers. For how long, Rachel? Silence. How long have you been researching polyamory? About a month and a half. I couldn't help it. I laughed. 6 weeks. We've been together 3 years, planning a marriage, but 6 weeks of poly content and suddenly you can't be monogamous anymore? Stop mocking me. I'm not mocking you. I'm pointing out that this seems really sudden, like maybe you're caught up in the excitement of something new, not discovering your core identity. You don't get to tell me who I am. You're absolutely right, but I get to decide if that's compatible with me, and it's not. She hung up. Seconds later, my phone buzzed. "I want my stuff from the apartment this weekend." "Okay, Saturday work?" "Fine." Update 1: Saturday comes around. Rachel shows up with her best friend Whitney and her mom Diane. Great, an audience. I'd already boxed everything up, made it easy, just sitting in the living room waiting. Diane walks in first, sees me, and her face does that thing. "I cannot believe you're doing this to her." "Hi Diane, good to see you too." She comes to you with her authentic feelings, trying to grow, and you just slam the door in her face? She told me she wants to date multiple people. I said I want monogamy. Those aren't compatible. Marriage is about compromise. We're not married, and some things aren't compromisable. Whitney jumps in. "Do you even know that polyamorous couples actually have lower divorce rates? It's scientifically proven to be healthier." "Cool. They should all date each other then." Rachel walks in. Won't look at me. Starts checking boxes. "Is everything here? Everything I could find. If I missed something, let me know." Diane's on a roll now. "You realize you're throwing away a beautiful relationship because you're too insecure to share?" "I'm not insecure. I'm monogamous. Those aren't the same thing." They're exactly the same thing. You're threatened by the idea of her with another man. Yeah, that's literally what monogamy is. Being exclusive. That's the entire point. Rachel finally speaks. Can we not do this here? But Whitney's going. You're really gonna throw away a whole wedding over this? She ended it. I just didn't beg her to stay. Because you don't actually love her. I looked at Rachel. Is that what you think? She chewed her lip, didn't answer right away. Then, I think if you loved me enough, you'd at least try. And I think if you loved me enough, you wouldn't ask me to. Diane scoffed. Selfish. Absolutely selfish. They loaded her stuff. 3 trips to the car. The whole time, Diane and Whitney kept making little comments under their breath. I just stood there and took it. As they're leaving, Rachel turns back one more time. You're really okay with this? Just throwing away 3 years? No, I'm not okay with it at all, but I'm also not going to pretend to be someone I'm not just to keep the peace. So polyamory would make you that miserable? Yes. Would monogamy make you that miserable? She hesitated. I don't think I can do it anymore. Not after learning what I've learned. Then yeah, we're done. They leave. The apartment is suddenly way too quiet. I sit on the couch and let myself actually feel everything. The loss, the confusion, the relief that it's over. My phone buzzes an hour later. Whitney. You're going to regret this so bad. She's amazing and you're too stupid to see it. Blocked. Then Rachel. Just so you know, I already have 2 people who want to date me. Already. What am I supposed to do with that? Good luck with everything. That's IT? That's all you have to say? What do you want me to say? I want you to fight for us. By becoming someone I'm not, that's not fighting for us. That's erasing me. No response after that. Few days later, the vendors start calling. The wedding venue, the photographer, the caterer. All asking about cancellation. Lost $3,000 to the venue. Non-refundable deposit. We'd split it, so I'm out $1,500. Photographer won't refund either. Another $800 gone. Caterer was slightly more reasonable. Gave back half. Still lost $600. I text her. We need to split the money we're losing on wedding cancellations. Why should I have to pay anything? You're the one who wouldn't compromise. You're the one who ended the relationship because you forced my hand. I call her. She actually picks up. I didn't force anything, Rachel. You gave me an ultimatum, polyamory or break up. I chose break up, that's on you. You could have just tried it. Tried something I fundamentally don't want. How is that reasonable? So I'm supposed to pay thousands of dollars because you're closed-minded. You're supposed to pay for half the deposits we both agreed to when we planned this wedding. That's how it works. I don't have that money right now. I had to put deposits down on a new apartment. Then we figure out a payment plan, but I'm not eating $4,000 in wedding costs by myself when we both made those commitments. This is exactly why we broke up. You care more about money and logistics than actual feelings. My feelings are hurt too, Rachel, but that doesn't make the vendors go away. Figure it out yourself. She hangs up. I forward her all the cancellation emails and Venmo request her for her half. She ignores it. My mom calls a few days later. Hi honey, I heard about the breakup. Are you doing okay? I'm hanging in there, Mom. Diane called me. Oh God. What'd she say? That you broke Rachel's heart by being controlling and refusing to let her live authentically or some nonsense. That's not what happened. I know that, sweetie. I told her if Rachel wanted to date multiple people, she should have figured that out before accepting a ring. She didn't like that very much. I actually smiled. Thanks, Mom. But really, are you okay? 3 years is a long time. I don't know. It's weird. I'm sad it's over, but I also feel like I avoided something way worse down the line. That's probably true. You're allowed to feel both things. After we hang up, I feel slightly better. At least someone gets it. Then the mail comes. Wedding invitation samples we'd ordered. Before everything exploded. Together with their families, my name and Rachel's last name joyfully invite you. Straight into recycling. That night, I'm seeing someone now. Seriously. His name is Trevor. Thought you should know. It's been 2 weeks since the breakup. Okay. That's all you have to say? Congratulations? I want you to care. I do care. I care that you're apparently totally fine 2 weeks after ending a 3-year relationship. Makes me wonder if this poly thing was really about already having someone waiting. How dare you? Trevor and I connected after the breakup. Sure, You're such a jerk. You texted me to announce you're dating someone. What kind of response were you expecting? No reply. But an hour later, she posts a photo with Trevor on Instagram. Super cozy. Caption: when someone finally gets you, # new beginnings. I mute her on everything. Should have done that sooner. Update 2. So Trevor didn't work out. Shocking, right? Rachel posts this vague thing about people who claim to understand polyamory but can't actually handle it, and suddenly she's single again. Then, hey, can we meet for coffee? Why? I just want to talk, please. Against every instinct, fine. When? We meet at a coffee shop, neutral ground. She looks exhausted. Thanks for meeting me. What's going on, Rachel? I've been doing a lot of thinking. About us. About what happened. Okay. And I think maybe I was too hasty about the whole poly thing. I just look at her, like I still think I'm poly. But maybe we could have figured something out. Some kind of compromise. We already talked about this. There's no compromise between poly and mono. But what if we did like a don't ask, don't tell thing? I do my thing, you do yours, we stay together? That's still polyamory, Rachel, and I'd still be miserable. You don't know that. Yes, I do, because I know myself. This isn't new information about who I am. She tears up. I miss you. I miss what we had. I miss it too. But that version of you wanted monogamy. This version doesn't. I could try. We could go to couples therapy. You literally gave me an ultimatum. Accept polyamory or we're done. I chose done. You don't get to take that back now that Trevor bailed. This isn't about Trevor, isn't it? You were totally fine with the breakup when you had him. He's gone and suddenly you want to compromise? She wipes her eyes. That's not fair. Neither was blowing up our engagement over something you learned about on TikTok last month. It wasn't just TikTok. You're right, 6 weeks of research. My bad. Why do you keep throwing that in my face? Because you ended 3 years in a wedding over content you consumed for a month and a half. People are staring. She lowers her voice. I made a mistake, okay? I'm admitting it. What mistake? Wanting to be poly or giving me an ultimatum? Both? Rachel, you can't take this back. You told me I wasn't enough for you, that you needed multiple partners, that monogamy was a patriarchal construct. Those words don't just disappear. People change. People realize they made mistakes. In 6 weeks? You've changed your entire identity back in 6 weeks? Silence. Look, I say, softer. I think you got caught up in something. Some algorithm fed you content that made everything seem wrong with what we had. Maybe there's truth in there for you. Maybe you really are poly, but you don't get to use me as a backup plan while you figure it out. That's not what this is. Then what is it? It's me realizing I screwed up and wanting to fix it. Fix it how? By going back to monogamy? Would that actually make you happy? She doesn't answer right away. That tells me everything. I don't know, maybe if we really worked on it? That's not a foundation for a marriage. That's settling. Why are you being so stubborn? Because I don't want to be someone's compromise. I want to be with someone who genuinely wants the same kind of relationship I do. Not someone trying it on like shoes to see if it fits. She starts really crying now. I don't know what I want anymore. I know. And that's okay, but you can't expect me to wait around while you figure it out. So we're really done? Just like that? Yeah? We really are. She leaves. I stay and finish my coffee. It feels final this time. No more what-ifs. That night, her mom texts me. You made my daughter cry. I hope you're happy with yourself. I don't respond. About a week later, she sends this long email, all about how she's been processing everything and doing the work, and she's realized that monogamy could work if we really committed to communication and growth together. I rate it twice. Then respond, Rachel, I appreciate you reaching out, but I've thought about this a lot too. The way this ended, with you saying you couldn't be monogamous anymore, that you needed polyamory, I can't come back from that. Even if you've changed your mind now, I'll always wonder if you're settling, or if 6 months from now you'll want to open things again. I can't build a marriage on that foundation. I really do wish you well, but I need to move forward. Her response, you're giving up on us. You gave up on us when you issued that ultimatum. I'm just accepting what you decided. That was the last message between us. Final update. It's been about 3 months total now. I'm doing all right. Not amazing, not terrible. Just all right. The apartment feels less empty. Got some new furniture, rearranged things, started cooking actual meals instead of takeout, seen friends more, went on a couple dates. Nothing serious yet, but it's nice to meet people who aren't trying to fundamentally restructure my relationship philosophy. Connor asked me last week if I regretted not trying poly for her. Nah, I said. I regret not seeing the signs sooner that we wanted different things, but I don't regret being honest about what I need. Heard through mutual friends that Rachel's still dating around, still calling herself poly. Good for her, honestly. Hope she finds what she's looking for. The wedding deposits still sting, $2,000 down the drain. But better than committing to something that would have made me miserable long term. Someone asked on one of my posts if I'm against polyamory. I'm not. I'm against being pressured into relationship structures that don't work for me. If it works for other people, genuinely good for them. It doesn't work for me. That's allowed. Still processing everything. Honestly, 3 years is a long time to just walk away from, but I'm getting there. Rachel texted last week, just, hope you're doing well. Didn't respond. There's nothing left to say, just moving forward. One day at a time.